Hey, I think we're here. Can you hear me? It would help if I grab the right mouse. Let's see. Yeah, okay, there's Mike. Cool. All right. Apologies for the delay, folks. It looks like, yeah, it snuck up on me. I was busy working on something else, and then, like, I looked up and it was 2:55, and I was like, oh God, I got about 20 minutes of stream prep to do in 5. So we did the best we could. Hopefully everything is as it should be. Wow, that was great timing. I came in right as that song was ending. Yeah, let me close this project out because we're not going to be working on this today. This is cleanup for something else. I've got sound selection issues with this particular song here. I'm otherwise happy with it, but today I think we are going to focus primarily on. I'm going to make a new project and we'll tinker with sounds and we'll probably make something. But I think my biggest thing is sorting my workflow and setting up a good template because I'm finding that the way I've been doing it thus far is pretty slow. I kind of want to make like some lo-fi kind of just vibey kind of background music stuff. So we'll make like some big fat soft fluffy kicks and basses and stuff like that. We'll figure something out. Some nice lush chords. Yeah. But while we do that, I'll be trying to sort out my workflow here, so I can process that into a good template. So let me see here. First things first, let's go in and we'll open new from template. I'll start with minimal, and I like having the 4 send tracks over at the end so that I can kind of drop in whatever I want, usually like a reverb and a delay or echo of some sort. And we'll have 2 tracks empty for extra stuff that I might want to do that is song specific. But one thing I definitely want to do right now is, before I get started, I want to double check my stream and make sure I'm sounding good on the YouTubes. But after that, I want to go and I'll immediately start like setting up tracks for drums and stuff so I can just drag and drop and go. It would really help if I actually open the app that I just immediately closed. Let's see here. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I can hear my weird bubbly voice. Cool. All right, let's get out of here. All right. Bear with me, by the way. I've got some new plugins, some of which are very, very cool, but they have, I seem to sound good on the stream, which is fantastic, but they kind of affect my personal listening experience in good and bad ways so far. Like my my poor little audio chain is more complicated than ever, but it allows me to do a couple things. Like I have this one tool called, let me pull it over here, Listen Hub, which you can see here. Listen Hub kind of sits between the DAW and the main output, which technically in this case is my capture card, my AverMedia capture card, which then sends the information to my SSL2 audio interface, which then sends the information to my computer, which then sends it to OBS. or I might have kind of like mixed a couple steps there towards the end, but that's the general idea. The audio from my MacBook is being fed through my capture card into my computer and then output through my SSL2 audio interface, which there's probably a cleaner way to do that, but for now it's what we got. It's the only way that I could do this without introducing more extra like hiss or noise. There were a couple more direct ways to do it, but you know, I'm not a mix engineer. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm not even an engineer. I'm a voice talent who happens to be fond of sound and gadgets. So we're making do with what we got. But it works. So I'm just trying to do this with as little latency as possible. But anyway, all that to say, after that gigantic digression, Yeah, Listen Hub is cool because it allows me to be able to, I won't do it now because, if I open up Spotify and play some music that is, most assuredly, uh, copyrighted or whatever, then it's going to blow up my stream. So I won't do that, but it allows me to monitor and like A B. I guess I could pull up something of my own and show you. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see here. I'll open up, or Spotify. We'll keep it on the other screen just in case, like just the looking at these titles or whatever freaks it out. But I'll pull up something of my own so I can demonstrate what this does. Apologies for being off mic, but yeah, I can open up. Let me see here. Search bar. We'll type J00lz. I've only got like 4 or 5 songs up, but whatever. So we'll play this, and this is a track that I made ages ago, back in 2020. So let's fire it up and see what Listen Hub thinks about it, and I'll explain what I mean by that as it plays. Let's see here. We'll set it to system. Good, it's already ready to go. We'll play this, and very cool. So I'll set it to louder just so you can kind of hear it a little better. So what this does is Listen Hub will pull in whatever source. It could be YouTube or Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you're listening, whatever source you're listening from. It will take it and it will analyze the sound or the song based upon its parameters. So again, this is 4 years ago. My mixing was actually pretty, for what this is, I got it to sound how I want it, but it's definitely quieter, I think, than I probably would have made it now had it been mixed now. But I think it kind of fits for the track. And as you can see, it'll tell you if your mix is competitive or not, meaning that if you put this up to another song, say on Spotify, will it sound horrifically out of place? Competitive means you're in the ballpark of no. It might not sound acoustically how you want based upon everything else, but there's all sorts of normalization and things that go on the back end that, kind of factor into what the final output product is. Like, in order for me to use this properly, one of the settings I had to go into Spotify and turn off was normalization, because it will squash all the tracks down to be more or less the same loudness output, so that people aren't always constantly having to like dial in the volume every time a song changes, which is very nice. But that also means that you can kind of mix a little more creatively, I think. And it will kind of do the rest for you as long as you're in the ballpark, which is nice because, again, I'm not a mix engineer and there's so many little bits and bobs that I'm learning every single day when I come on and do this stuff. And there's a lot of off-stream work I've been doing too, because I really want to make sure that everything that I make, whether the idea is the strongest or not, I want to make it sound like it is intentionally loud in the ways that I want it to be and polished in the ways that I want it to be, so that whatever I put up on Spotify or streaming platforms is competitive, at least in that regard. I'm more or less like a glorified novice at this point. I've been doing this long enough, and I've worked with different sorts of audio long enough to kind of have a decent idea, decent grasp on things like that. But there's the little extra bits and bobs, that 10%, if you will, makes all the difference when it comes to your mix standing out. And I'm trying to bridge that gap now. But so that is something I made 4 years ago at this point. I love that song. That's one of my favorite tracks. We'll pause this and I'll play something that I made more recently, and we'll see what the numbers look like there. Now, this track is just generally more quiet, but it's mixed a little bit differently. So let's see how that sounds. By the way, I've not done this yet. I haven't looked at these tracks in Listen Hub yet. So, by the way, this is on sale. It's just, I think I got it on Plugin Boutique for like $20 or something like that. This is like an $80 piece of software. So if you are are looking for something to kind of help you like directly compare your songs and your mixes to stuff that's professionally mixed and done, so you can kind of like level the two, because you can even level match and stuff like that. Like I can pull in another mix in my DAW here, and I can A/B the things, and I can my drums, even though they're volume matched, my drums are way quieter than this other mix. You know, so if you notice, like this is the numbers are a little. I think lower is better until you reach a certain threshold where it's like 7 is like, I think 7 or 8. You see the bar start to turn yellow, and it's like, wait a minute, that's loud, baby. Turn it back down. There's clearly a sweet spot, and loudness, that's completely determinant upon what kind of music it is, I think. So this is more of a kind of a trip hop kind of ambient track sounding stuff. I call it what did I call this? Ambient trap. But it's barely trap. It's got trappity hi-hats, but they're kind of like snuck under everything. Kind of like somebody drumming on a desk with a pencil. I'm definitely kind of like straddling genres for sure. Yeah, what can I do? I like what I like. But anyway, I'll quit self-relating myself. We'll let this song rock while we decide what to do. After I take a swig of water. All right, let's get into the weeds here. So yeah, that's Listen Hub. Listen Hub was probably like the marquee purchase, because I feel like from everything that I'm hearing and reading, being able to reference mixes, even if it's not like obviously like the more lost list, the better. So something like Tidal would be that much better. But when you're talking about just kind of getting your songs into like the loudness and dynamics ballpark of stuff that's already out and professionally done that you like, being able to do that is a big deal rather than having to guess and guess and guess. Like what I've been doing. Screw that. That's stupid. We're not doing that no more. Time is money. All right. So anyway, one other cool plugin that I got that kind of also ties into that is this bad boy. Sound ID reference plugin. This one's even cooler, but I'll show this off as I do what I do here. But basically, the long and short of this particular app here is that it allows me to, it allows me to reference my audio on different types of sound systems. So like Flat basically takes whatever your headphone model is and it counter curves it so that it is literally as flat as can be. So everything that I hear in here is just perfectly flat, no coloration, even from just the particulars of this hardware set of headphones. But also, I can click here and I can test what it sounds like in a car, which is the car test, a big deal. I don't have to, take 20 minutes and go down to my car and be in my car blaring music while my neighbors are like, what's wrong with him? Is he okay? Is he going to kill himself? Is he going to unalive himself? I probably already just blew my stream up. Anyway, whatever. Nobody's watching it. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, and it works for other types of headphones, laptops, smartphones, and everything's kind of tastefully named. So it's it's like, what is it? The MB Airy, which actually these things do kind of sound like they normally would, which is really cool. Especially, I got to try out mixed cubes. Apparently, those are like the gold standard for getting your mid-range right. I've been learning a lot about this stuff, but I think the coolest thing about this particular application, and I don't know how well this will translate over to what you guys hear. I don't actually know. This will be a good experiment. But this allows you to turn on virtual monitoring, which basically, if you turn this on, it basically acoustically uses binaural audio to basically put you in the space. So it sounds like you're in the car, more or less. it sounds like you are listening to near field or midfield or far field monitors right there, like you're sitting right between them. So you can kind of get a better sense of bass and all of that stuff better than you could just with your standard stereo field. It's almost like because there's a difference apparently, and I'm not going to get all up in the weeds there. I'll let you hear it later as I make stuff, but yeah. Anyway, I won't belabor the point. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me get this other mouse out of the way. I got too much gear on my desk, y'all. Too much. So yeah, we're gonna make some lo-fi stuff. So what I'll do is let's find a cool instrument. Let's program in some chords here, and then we'll drop some drums on it and see where we're at. Let's see here. What tool would we like to use today? Let's go with something I don't normally use. Let's try. Let's listen to Arp Odyssey. I never use this thing. I got so much stuff that I almost never open up. So we'll do it right now. Ooh. That's kind of funky. Okay, it's a little buzzy, but that's funky. Let's see here. Actually, before we do that, let's do this. Let's do this on FL keys. We'll use FL keys to come up with the chord, and then we'll drop it onto the. We'll play around with different settings. But just so I'm not slaughtering my ears, where did I put FL keys? There we go. And I'll noodle around for a second, and we'll find some keys, some chords, and we'll make some music. But first, give me 1 second here. Where is too many computers? All right, anyway, let's get back on here. All right. Let's see here. Switch hands here. God, I hate being left-handed sometimes. Sometimes it's a pain. Let's see. Let's choose. It's trap. Let's go a little slower. Let's start at 110 and see where we're at. See what this sounds like. Yeah, welcome to my life. Sometimes I say I'm gonna do one thing and I end up doing like the complete opposite. Bear with me. I know it's probably the same for y'all. Let's see here. Let's find a cool pad. Sometimes I can hear a chord and it does it for me. Sometimes I gotta hear a sound kind of in its element. No, we don't want that. None of that busy nonsense. Just give me the sounds. I don't need no arpeggi. Okay. Those are all leads. Crazy sound of lead. Shift bass. Funky, but no. All right. This is pad. There we go. Pads. Sweet pads. Church pad. That was kind of inadvertently cool. Let's go with that. My goal today isn't necessarily make the coolest thing. Although, you know how that goes. Sometimes that often means you make the coolest thing. Whatever, we'll start there. We'll soften it up. But I like you know me, I like edgy kind of trappy stuff. But we can lo-fi it. Is that a word? It's a word now. We're doing it. All right, let me open up Piano Roll. Church pad. Okay. Yeah. Wow, this looks fun. I've never played with all this stuff here. We'll just drop them on here. We're not going to worry about... I know that's annoying as hell. Let's see here. Let's drag this out. I just want to kind of hear what this sounds like in this time signature. Wow. Let's see. Nope. And well, one, two. Wow, that's off. It's not quite what I wanted. Oh, I see, because it's like basically the same thing. All right. Oh, that's my laundry. I'm like, what the hell made that noise? That would be my laundry. That would be my washer. I like this. I like the idea that one of these being a pedal note, either this one or this one, probably this one. Well, let's see how this sounds. Whoa, there we go. Duplicate that. Whoa. I don't know if I need all that. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Let's try 120. See how this sounds. No, I like it slower. Maybe even slower than 110. Let's try 100. It's lo-fi by, you know. We might even slow it down some more, but I like this. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's make some. Let's find some trippy, fat, blown out drums. We'll close it. Actually, let's just go ahead and close Spotify for now. We're not mixing. Not yet. We'll leave this be for now. Where is Splice? Let's see here. So I heard through the grapevine, apparently. And I mean, I know obviously, like the more stuff you can make yourself, the better. But I keep hearing that people say don't make songs with Splice loops. But I don't really use it for loops. I use it for one shots. And I wonder if that makes a difference. I need to ask. In fact, I might just do that. Get up like DJ Payne 1 on Twitter or whatever. Yeah, not Twitter. Maybe some other place. I don't want to frequent Twitter no more. There was a particular pack that I wanted to pull from. I gotta figure out what. This app confuses me. I feel like every time I come in here, it looks different. Like there's buttons that are there and then all of a sudden are not there. How do I get out of here? Sounds, collections. I don't want collections. Create. Is that what I want? No. I'll tell you what I want to do right now. I'm gonna close this. We're gonna reopen this. I think that app might be kind of having a conniption. So we'll quit. We'll reopen. And we'll try that again. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Stargirl. Wow, there's like even more lo-fi plug recommended for me. There was another one that I was using up until a couple days ago. Well, that's okay. Let's see what we got here. It's like it heard me. Lo-fi, 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 lo-fi. All right, there's an anime girl on the counter, on the cover rather. That's a good sign. I think I can work with that. I already hear some sounds I like. All right, let's dig through and see what we got. I like that big kind of soft. I don't know how much of that you could pick up depending upon where you're listening, but like the kick was like, it was fat, but it was like very subby, very soft. Ugh. I like my kicks like I like my pillows. Let's start with drums. And let's start with kicks. I haven't used side sticks or rim shots in a long time. I might use one here. Forego a snare. Or I'll use like a very soft snare and a very sharp rim shot or something like that. We'll mix it up. But first things first. I like that. Let's listen in context. Like cymbal kick, I like that. I like this one. Forest kick, I think I might go with that one. We'll shortlist it because I got 1,000,000,001 credits. Let's hear the rest. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit so it doesn't get annoying. Just a smidge. Yeah, that's better. All right. Let's drop that kick in and let's start building some drums. There we go. Splice. It was you. Forest kick. Lo-fi moods. Get in there. Let's see. All right. Actually, here, let's do this. We'll be four to the floor first. Just so I can get rid of that. We'll build around that. Probably subtract quite a bit. We'll see. Snares. Let's do snares. I'm happy with that kick so far. We're not going to overthink this. Let's go to side sticks. Oh, that's easy. It's just one. Bam. We'll take it. We'll use it. How dare. There we go. We'll probably layer this with snare and some hats. Ooh, that's cool. Let's listen in context. But first, let's just throw that rim shot in there and see what comes up. Let's see. I already don't like that. Wow. Right instrument, Julian. Here we go. Bop, bop, boom. I think I got that. Yeah. I'm probably going to filter. Okay, let's get rid of this FL keys. We don't need you right now. We don't need you. If I decide to put more keys in, I'll probably use different keys. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Okie dokie. Let's add some hats. Some lazy hi-hats. Or a snare. Let's see here. Actually, no, I kind of like just the rim shot. I don't know if I want to layer that. Let's see here. I think I'm cool with that for now. I don't want to. I have a very big problem with adding too many things to a mix and always having to snatch stuff back out at the end, trying to make too much fit in the mix. Got to get better at making stuff fit in the mix. We're getting there. We're getting there. But for now, less is more. So we're not going to overcomplicate that right now. Let's pick some hats. We'll come back. If we want a snare later, maybe for some flavor, then we can add that in later. But for now, let's do hats, and we'll do like an open hat for emphasis. I like those. Because that sound, the main sound is so sharp, I kind of want to accompany it with things that give it presence, but let it shine through. So I figure, yeah, something like one of these. Maybe that. Because it still has a bit of high end to it. Let's hear how it sounds in context. Ooh, I like that. I can take that and I can kind of pitch it to make it sound old and creaky. We'll use you. And if not, I know there was at least one or two more that I liked, but I'm just trying to keep it moving. All right, I like that. We're going to take these and turn them down first and foremost. We're going to go to hat, turn this down just a smidge, because we're going to be listening to these a lot. And we're going to take these and I'm going to nudge them. I said I'm going to nudge them. Zoom in some. Is that option? Yes. 2 clicks to the left. There we go. Actually, you know what? Hang on 1 second. I'm going to. I'm going to put them back on beat for now. I'm going to add some rolls. Then I will adjust. Actually, no. You know what? No. Screw it. We're going to do it the hard way. I think I knocked it three steps off. 4 steps. We're going to see. Figure out where we want the rolls to be. We'll put them in place and we'll line them up and we'll scooch them manually. I think that's what we want to see here. Oh, I can put some swing on these. I probably should put some swing on these. Yeah, I like that. We'll just clean this up. Let's do this. First of all, let's see if adjusting the velocity on these kind of gives me more of an effect I want. It's not so bad. There's just, I think I need to manually adjust some of these. Let's see here. Maybe I think I want a thicker roll, if that makes any sense. I think I want like to double that up. Let me see if I can sneak some more in there. Can I do that? I'll have to adjust my snapping. Half step. Let's do quarter step. There we go. All right, so let's grab these. Okay, we already got them grabbed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them back on the grid. Let's see here. There we go. That's more like it. Needed a denser roll. Do I want another one there? Let's see. And I might alternate the volumes, not volumes, the pitch to kind of. I got an effect idea I want to try first. And if that doesn't jive, then I'll play around with the pitch manually. But I think I got kind of a pattern I like here. Let's see, where are we at in the pattern here? I'm going to copy that first half and make some changes on the back half. I like what I did there. And B. Put you right on the mark. I think I got that right. Oh no, crap, come on. There we go, perfect. I think that's perfect. Let's see, how does that stack up to the other ones? That looks right. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Stop it. Let's see here. Oh, start from the midpoint, so I can actually get a sense of where the hell we are. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dun, dun, dun. Let's put this one here. Actually, hang on, let me see here. No, stop it. Stop it. For goodness sakes. Oh, there we go. Holding down Option, not Command. Push the right button, Julian. One, two, three, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. That was kind of cool. I like the fact that it was kind of like crusty sounding. Let's adjust these just a little bit. I don't want them necessarily on the grid with the rest of them. Let's scooch them just a tiny bit. Let's do 2. Let's see. What if I move them? I know I've moved every other one 4. Let's try this. I like that. We'll leave it at 3. I'm going to forget that. I'm going to be like, why don't my drums sound right when I try to add stuff? But that's okay. That's future Julian's problem. Right now, we're getting busy. So I like that. I want to pitch that down. Stab it. Okay. No. Shift. There we go. Shift down. Definitely not that low. You know, I like them where they are at. I'm probably gonna Add some RC20 retro color. I always mispronounce the name of that add-on, but you know the one I'm talking about. Just to give it some wobble and some added old vintage analog crustiness. You know, got to give it that lo-fi feel. I like this. I can work with this. Let's see where we're at. Let's just listen to it for a second. Let's see what else I want to add to this thing. Ooh, open hat for sure. Let's do that now. We got hats. Are there open hats? I don't think so. If they are, they're just here in hats. Let's see. Nope. No open hats. That's okay. I can grab another one from somewhere else. Let's see what else is here. Grooves, hats, kicks, side stick, percussion. What's percussion? What we got here? I like that. Huh. I like the high end from that other one. I might layer those. Yeah, I might layer those. Let's see here. You know, there was a trick that I used to do with FPC where you could put two sounds on one of your pads in FPC. Unfortunately, FPC was unwieldy as hell otherwise. Otherwise, I'd be using it more because I really like building my drums that way. But it doesn't really, it kind of sits. My biggest issue with FLStudio is that there's so many different ways to do stuff. And that's, I say overall a net positive. But sometimes the systems themselves seem to kind of have a hard time jiving together. And I feel like I'm fighting the interface a lot, which is unfortunate because it's very powerful. And it's otherwise very good. It's just, it can get cluttered quick. I wish their workflow was a little closer to like Ableton Live, honestly. If like Patcher had its own dedicated thing down towards the bottom and that was how you put the sounds together. And that's just where they all lived and you just built your chain, like literally your chain, your sound, and then all the different effects and stuff that sit on top of it. And then you just drop that into the playlist. You know, maybe you can. Maybe there is a way to do it that way, and I just haven't learned how to do it. We'll investigate that because that's probably like the biggest thing I like Ableton more over than this is that I like how you put sounds together, and like there's drum racks and stuff that you can put within the sound that make it easier to kind of like layer things and tweak them, and it's just less disjointed. In some ways, I like mixing in FLStudio better. All right. I think I'm going to add that other snare. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll take this. We'll download. Okay, we already got it down. Add it to the list. We will adjust it. How do I move this? Oh, move option up. There we go. Option up. There we go. We'll put it under that one. And I'll copy this pattern. And we'll copy it here. What I will do, I'm going to ever so slightly take these and scooch them off of the center line to kind of give them a bit of variance. Let's see here. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. There we go. Maybe not that much. I'll let it back some. There we go. And I might pan them out in different directions maybe, or like volume level so that one's higher than the other, just so you get, I like the I like the snap and the high end from the second one that I added, and I like kind of the mid range and bottom from the other one. And I guess I could EQ them out and keep them together as like a single thing, or I could like let them live separately, like it's multiple rim shots or whatever. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what sounds better once we get to that point. I kind of want like some kind of like almost like an organ, like a low kind of like a drone. Yeah, let's try Serum. Let's see what Serum has. Pads. That's sexy. So I already got the chords. Yeah, I want something, and that's high up. I need something down low. Where does that live? Nowhere yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's like right in line with everything else. So I want to be at least an octave lower. Like here. So I guess more like a sub bass, like a kind of like a warbly kind of sub bass or bass. Let's see here. Let's try. That's a cool sound, a little pluckier than I want though. Well, maybe. To me, maybe that's not a bad thing. I need to tack up a little bit. Let's see here. Uh-oh. There we go. Piano roll. Let's see here. Well, we'll match this for now. We'll figure out how to freak it later. Wait a minute. Are you on? Okay, no, it is online. I was tripping. Do I want to echo? I wanted to extend a bit. Let's sustain. I think I want the decay. Not the decay. Let's go back. Double this. That's fine. It doesn't need to do a whole bunch. That should be fine. And then we can adjust with delays and reverbs and stuff as needed. Maybe not reverbs. This is pretty low sound. Or I notice if they're too close together, you get like a pluck, and I don't really want that. I want the woo. I like the whoosh. There we go. All right. What does it sound like if the attack's even longer? Let's start from the beginning. 128. All right, I want to add a rim shot and maybe like an echoey. I don't want to clap. It's still supposed to be kind of. I feel like a big echoey clap might kind of start turning it into something a little more like EDM or synthwavy, I guess. Let's avoid that. I'm cool with a hat though. Let's find a cool hat ride. Where am I? Where sounds? Let's go to lo-fi. And let's go to rims, hats. Where are my hats at? Is this stuff not in? Am I tripping? Oh, alphabetical order, y'all. Come on. Hats, open hats. There we go. That's a good one. Hard to go wrong with that. Let's see what we say. Play it in context. Maybe a little heavy. Ooh, I can do both. I think I'm gonna take this one and add a little bit of echo to it. And then we'll put this one softly. We'll turn it way down and just to give it a little bit more. We'll play around with the rhythm too. Give it just so it's not everything's not hitting on the same staccato rhythm. I like that one. It's kind of short. Turn this down. No. Every 4 steps. I'm gonna turn that down. I wanna put some. I'm gonna put some. In fact, let's do that now. Let's get a good Pro R. Let's get a good. Let's get some reverb going, just to give these sounds something with which to live. They need some sauce. Things are dry, but that's okay. They won't stay that way. My problem is I get too far into the weeds way too early. And I start adding stuff like this, well, way too early. Let's see here. I want small, nothing big. Let's go. Let's see how this sounds. I just realized that only matters if I've got things tracked out. So I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to add this other open hat, and then I'll track those out so we can actually start to put some effects on them and zhuzh them up ever so slightly. Let's try every 8. Maybe that'll be the spacer. Two. Is this starting from the beginning? It is, I think. 1, 2. Something like that. I'll just keep it at the end. I'll pull that way back for now. We'll adjust later. We'll tuck everything in nice and neat like. I just had an idea. Delay the bass ever so slightly so it hits after the synth does. Let's see. I'm going to take these. I'm going to shorten them back a little bit to see if I can get these things to line up how I want. Well, won't. Too soon. Yeah, something more like that. Yes. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. You can't layer those. Not that kind of sound. That's okay. Honestly, that sounds kind of thick enough as it is. I don't need to do much. I might play around with that melody a bit, so it's a little more complicated. But it may not even need it. We'll see. There's something else I definitely want there. I just don't know what that is yet. Something kind of round and plucky, I think. It's the only plucky thing I have right now is the hi-hats. Maybe some sort of ARP. Some sort of kind of really rich, colorful, arpeggiated sound that kind of dances through the rest of it. It's just static. It's not bad. It's a good bass, I think, but I need something to kind of really sparkle within it. I'm kind of marinating on that. But for now, while we're figuring that out, I'm going to take these tracks, these different sounds, I'm going to name them, and I'm going to do what we came here to do in the first place, which was kind of start to lay out a proper template, so to speak. Now, this won't actually be the template. I'm just trying to build a project optimally so that I can then take that project and replicate it in a basic template. That's the idea. I figured that's probably the most entertaining way to do it. Otherwise, it'd be boring as hell watching me just color tracks kind of in theory. I figure the best way to do it is to do it while I'm working on a project so I can kind of see how things feel and kind of begin to sort of, work through perceived inefficiencies and stuff as it's happening. So first things first, we'll get rid of sampler because we're not sampling anything. We'll get rid of you. Delete. We'll call you chords. 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 Put you up there. Put you over here. Alrighty. Chords. What color do we want to make these? Actually, you know what? No. First things first. I will color this. What color do I want to make? I want to make my drums one color. I think I want to make like my drum and drum bus one color, my bass and bass bus a separate but hard color that I'd always use in all of my sessions, so I can kind of like immediately look to what at a glance I can see what I'm working on without having to like read the text. I know red, I see drum kits. I see yellow, I see bass or whatever. I haven't figured out colors yet. We'll get there. What is it? I want to know if there's like an eyedropper tool or something here, because sometimes there's colors that I'll make and they're sometimes hard to reproduce. Anyway, I'm overthinking this. This is a chord, so it's not a drum or a bus. It's just an instrument. So let's make those. Let's make instruments medium aquamarine. Aquamarine. I like that color. Let's do that. We'll pick those, and we'll make that. This is a kick. We'll make drums. We'll make drums red, I think. This is kick. Do I have a red already? We'll just use you. We'll use. Why does it say brown? That's definitely not brown. That's a red, baby. Anyway, we'll use brown. And we will we'll add this to all the drums. This is the rim shot. We'll just call it rim. Rim 1, I think. We'll call it rim 1. And this will be rim 2. Not rim 21, rim 2. We ain't got that many rim shots. All right, and then we've got hats. That red as well. I think what's really going to speed things up is I'm going to try. I've been trying to use more buses and sends and things like that, so I have more macro control over my different groups of sounds. So I think when I make the template, I'll just include all of those things by default, and I'll just have all these different bass tracks already set up. So this serum is my bass. Let's make the bass. I like this orangey. Olive? No, that is orange or gold. We'll make him gold. Gold. I love gold. Bam. We'll make that bass. What are you? You are... Oh, that's right. Those are my... That's hat 2. And then hat 3. Open hat. Open hat 1, open hat 2. There we go. Oh, hat 1. Oh, hat 2. Okay. And we'll take bass and we'll move it down. Option. No. You stay your ass right there. You. Here we go. So, and I want my drums to be first. So what I think I'll do is I'll move my other instruments down, y'all. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. There we go. Now, I don't know if there is a quick way to add all of these. You can send them to a track, but there's another a way that you do it now where everything has its own separate kind of specific, what's the word? Not tailor-made, but like specific like home track in the playlist. It's better. Everything's linked together color-wise and stuff, so I don't have to go and tweak all that stuff. But as far as I know, you can only do it one at a time. But that's okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll add these. All right, so that's there. There's also symbols and stuff that I can use, which I will set up later. Like there's here. Yeah, there's like different symbol boys I can use that I'm not going to do right now because I don't want to be setting those up every single session. Get out of here. Come on. Get out of here. I wish to leave. What do you want from me? Yeah, go away. Get out of here. All right. Bobby. What's up, man? Chilling. Trying to currently figure out a new template while I just kind of putz around and make something interesting, hopefully. But yeah, just kind of trying to get my organization right because the setup I had before, for whatever reason, certain plugins do not like the old templates that I had set up from FLStudio's past. Like most things work fine. It's just like one plugin in particular, Isotope Iris 2, which I love. Excellent granular synthesizer, and it makes some incredible sounds. But for whatever reason, I would try to open it in my old templates and it would just stare at me. I get the beach ball of doom and then I'd have to close and reopen. So, but I could open it in a regular old basic regular schmegular profile or project and it would play just fine. I don't understand what was up with that. So I figure this is the perfect opportunity to go and try to refine what I was doing with some, tools and techniques and stuff that I've learned. Just a chance to kind of spring clean while we, try to get some practice in. So it started out, I was going to make something kind of lo-fi. It's still kind of lo-fi, but I don't know. Nothing is ever what I say it is. Nothing ever turns out the way I expect it. So it's super dry and generic sounding right now because there's like no effects on it. I've just turned a couple things down so they don't blow your ears out. But we're getting ready to like pan things and start to do some light mixing stuff that I know I'm supposed to wait until much later to do. But whatever, I'm doing it. Anyway, how are you, sir? How are you doing? Let's see here. First things first, kick and bass go to mono. Let's go ahead and make a drum bus now. Let's do that. Drum bus. Just go ahead and get it set up now. Get a drum bus set up. We'll get that. We'll do drum bus, instrument bus, and a bass bus. And we'll get all that stuff linked up. Get your booty over there. Bass bus. Would make it gold. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and we'll make an instrument bus now. Inst bus. Inst. All right, that's done. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get this stuff linked up now. Let me see if I remember these hotkeys. Gotta practice this stuff because boy, oh boy, does it save time. I link all of these to this one. Route to this track. Route to this track. Oh, I don't know if I want only because I don't want to break the sends. I'll tell you what, I'm going to save this since I don't think I've even done that yet. Nope, we're going to save this. We're going to date it for today's date. It's the 19th. Just so if I do anything catastrophic, I can immediately come back. All right, cool. feel a lot better now. So I will try right now. We're gonna see if I can route to this track only. Will it do them all? That's what I was afraid of. It broke the sends. If you notice down at the bottom there, this default has all the tracks linked up with these 4 send tracks, and that I can use for like global sound effects and stuff. I didn't mean to break that, so I'm going to immediately open this back up. Hell no, I ain't saving nothing. Hell no, I ain't saving that. All right, there we go. I think we're back. So now I will just route them, not specifically to that. We'll option, I don't know. That was command. That's why. Bam, there we go. No, we are not routing the drum bus to itself. I click that, route to this track. Did it do them all? It did. Hey. All right, cool. So now we'll select them all again and we will uncheck that. So now they should all, wait a minute. They didn't do it. It only, see, that's weird. That's what I was talking about. That's weird to me. Wow, how like I selected them all. I did the same exact thing one way and it was fine. And then I did try to go back the other way. Maybe it's because I clicked and didn't right click. Let's try that again. So this one's done. Let me see if right click here. Okay, there's no right click. Boom. All right, I guess you just have to deselect one at a time. That's tedious. There's probably a better way to do that. Whatever, I'm not gonna trip. So now the drum bus is feeding everything over into the master channel as it should. And all my drums are connected to the drum bus. So now I can just turn all my drums off at once. Hey. Smoke weed every day. Don't do that. I mean, or do. I'm not your dad. Only if you're over 21. I don't condone that sort of thing when you're too young. It stunts your growth. Anyway, I will get off of my soapbox. We will do that, and we'll do that. And we'll do this the same way. All right, sweet. Bases are set up. Our project is looking nice. The music is mid. For now, hopefully, until I find an ARP or something to plug in there and go nuts. All right, let's save this because right now I want to see what happens when I open iZotope Iris 2, the absolute thirstiest plugin I own, which is saying something because I got some thirsty boys. Will it make my computer cry? It is currently making my computer cry. That beach ball is a beachin'. Any day now. Whenever you're ready. iZotope. iZotope Iris. Open up, please. I have sounds to make. Let's go. Let's get it. You're holding up the show. All right, I'm shutting down. That's what I was afraid of. I'll play around with that later. I think it might just be, if I don't choose to use that plugin early in the mix, early in the pre-production process, then it does this. It is legitimately a thirsty. Like if I put one or two in my project, my computer's like crying. I'm putting this poor little, like, it's an M1 MacBook Air, but I'm putting this thing through its paces. This is my it's my booth PC I use for voiceover, but since it already had audio plugins on it, I just decided to see if it will run FLStudio, and it does for the most part until I do stuff like this. I think we'll be upgrading as soon as money allows. I want to get one of those new either a new MacBook Pro, the M4 boys, or one of the new Mac Minis. I haven't decided yet. but we'll see. At any rate, I'm going to close out of FLStudio real quick. And we're going to go back in. Force quit. It will not be pleased with me. I don't care. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, let's open that bad boy back up. Sorry. And we will choose a different plugin. That's the only, I think that's the main one that seems to throw shade. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Where is my... I'm gonna need you to quit playing with me. I know I saved it. Why isn't it in the list? 11. All right, that's okay. It's here. We good. We Gucci. I got scared for a second. There was a project I worked on. Maybe it wasn't a week ago. It was sooner than that. It was like more recent than that. But I no, it was the thing I worked on last stream. I was working on it and I was like, oh, all right, it's in a pretty good place. And I thought I saved it, and I did. But the problem is I saved it. I was going to save it as a project that was already named the same thing, and there's something I did. Like I stopped it technically before it would finish, and then my project was just gone. Thank God for backups. There was a backup. I don't know how I did it, but there was a backup there, and it saved my bacon. And all hope was not lost. I was sad. It was actually sounding really cool. Much cooler than this, but we'll fix that. All right, anyway. So we need a synth. We need something. I want to use something I don't normally use. I always go to Flex because it's flexible. Contact 7. I want... Oh, let me play around with this. I've got some, was it Vesper Tone? Yeah, I always forget about this. Now, this is kind of thirsty, too. Hopefully, it, like, doesn't explode my computer. Nah, you good, dog. Make your money, pimp. Make your money. It's Gucci. I'm vibing. I think the problem is that's a very contemporary sound. I want to beat this main synth up a little bit. Let's go to chords. Let's see how kind of beautifully fugly we can make this sound. Let's go to not plucks. It's not a pluck. We don't need it for that. Let's go to Pad Magic. I like that. It kind of smooths it out some. Yeah. It don't take much, man. Some of these plugins are crazy. I've got some friends who do like Dolby Atmos mixing and stuff for like the crazy big surround sound. Brother, the file sizes. Just for the sample libraries that he uses for the different instruments, like the orchestral stuff, dog. My MacBook Air would literally like fold in on itself like a black hole if I tried to run that stuff on that thing. I can't wait to upgrade though. I can't. I wish. The only reason I didn't get a MacBook Pro in the first place is because of the fans. I have to use this laptop in my booth when I'm recording voiceover for work, and I can't have fans. That's the only reason I don't have something more powerful. So I might, whenever I do what I do, I might just make this the dedicated booth PC, because voiceover doesn't require much. This thing handles that with like a no sweat at all. Everything else though, you know, it does video editing pretty well too for just like a 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think it's just like, it's not quite the base model, but it's like a step up from it. But it's a MacBook Air. There's only like 2 steps. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know. All right. All right. I like that better. It gives the sound a little more character. What else do I want to do here? I'm kind of grasping at straws here. I want like, I think Vespertone might be it. Maybe not this particular setting, but let's see what else we got to play around here. Ooh. Damn. Ooh, this might work. Yeah, I think, okay, this is an instrument. Let's add this to the list. You just made the list. Accept. What do we want to call this? I'll call it Contact 7 for now. We will rename it later. Take this and we will move it over there. We'll add it to this and then we'll get rid of it over here like that. Cool. Cool. Scooch that out of the way. That's kind of the energy I want. I wanted something that's like a little kind of fluttery. All right. Let's see here. Piano roll. No, piano roll. Jeebus. What did I just click on? I don't want you. Go away. Before I go any further, let's set the mood here though. Double track these. And then we'll dial this back because I can already tell the flanging's gonna be something crazy here. Let's see here. No. Double tracked it is. I like that. I like the stereo width it gives the drums. Yeah, we'll dial that stuff in later. All right, let's see. Let's come up with a cool melody using disintegration. Disintegration. Your life is over. Disintegration. Let's see here. Piano roll is open. It's staring me in the face. If it were a snake with teeth. Wait. I guess snakes don't actually have teeth. Fangs and teeth are not necessarily the same thing. Wow, what a thought. Wow. We're making discoveries, y'all. All right. That. Let's see. Ah, see, the warble is us. It's just the instrument isn't starting the warble at the same time. Maybe it's because of. It's like the LFO is going back and forth, but it's not necessarily in time with what the playhead's doing. We'll keep going. Oh, absolutely, voiceovers. Oh yeah, that's my day job. It's mostly like unsexy stuff. I actually do a lot of work for the visually impaired. I do audio description, which you can turn on a lot of platforms where you go into like the subtitles and the different audio tracks and stuff. Like you can pick English with audio description, and basically it'll be like a dude describing stage notes. The woman with brown hair and a yellow dress turns left at the subway. Stuff like that. You know, it's usually a little more like, you know, if it's something like espionage, you know, I read down here instead, you know. He aims the gun at the man's head. He fires. You know, stuff like that. So I'm all over Netflix and stuff when it comes to that sort of work. But I've also, speaking of Netflix, I'm in a movie called SEAL Team. It's an animated film, not the Army show. That is also on Netflix. I've done a handful of video games and stuff. I've been in Call of Duty and Monster Hunter and a few other things here and there. But yeah, that's my day to day. Let's. Oh, I can adjust the vibration. Cool. All right, we're gonna play around with this. I like. Oh, I forgot. This has an ARP feature built in. If I don't like this, I can maybe pick another sound and turn the ARP on. But let's see. Aha. Okay, there. Turn this down. Pull you back over here like this here. Put you there. It's pretty rad, man. It beats IT support. And I like IT support. I had fun doing that job for a while until they let me. They told me I couldn't do it no more. And I'm like, all right, you get to work in the cube on the phone and you tell the other installers how to do this IT stuff. And I'm like, that's no fun. That's no fun. Yeah. So now I sit in a different cube and I get to scream at the top of my lungs. It's awesome. What is this? Oh, wow. It's really crunchy sounding. Slow. Let's play around with more sounds. I like the pattern. I think with the right sound and the right ARP, I think it'll sound really good. Let's see if I can make my dreams reality here. Need a short, like 2. Let's zoom in. Enhance. We'll take this back down to half a step. I don't like that. Body nostalgia. What is this? Something ain't jiving here. I'm not sure if I'm not going far enough, or if I've gone far, far, far too far. Oh, yeah. I am in Monster Hunter Rise specifically. I am Bahari the researcher. So I'm the dude you go to get all the wild monster quests. The little black dude, he's got like dreads and little goggles on his head. Name's Bahari, researcher extraordinaire. I think I did some grunts and stuff for like some of the player characters, but I don't remember who or what I did. They kind of they threw it all together in one session. But I'm definitely Bahari. I'm all of Bahari in Monster Hunter Rise. I have not been contacted. As far as I know, I'm not in the new one. Wilds, I think, is the new one. Looks cool though. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that's a completely different like cast of characters. But yep. That was fun. That was fun. Shout outs to Capcom and PCB Studios for that one. Yup. Let's see here. Maybe a pluckish. Let me see. ARP. Show me something. Save me from myself. I mean, I guess a chord would probably help, huh? So it's not just the same stinking note. Jesus, Julian, come on. All right, well, see, that makes me not necessarily want to use an ARP then, because it's already a chord, and I don't want to fight this chord with another chord, because I'm not that good yet. I'm just not going to hold you up. Let's see here. Thanks, man. Yeah, that was one of my favorite roles. That was actually really cool. I had never gotten to work with Capcom before. And the studio I got to work in was awesome. So cool. Sugoi. Actually, let me see here. Let's see if I just octave this up. Control C, Control V. Scoot you back this way. Octave you up first. I hate it. This is not working. So I'm not going to force it. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Before I delete all of this, I'm going to play around with a few more sounds. It might just be the sound selection. This just might be the wrong sound to go with that. That's buzzy. I wanted something kind of like rounder and more colorful. This is that, but I think it might be too slow. Everything is already kind of slow. And I want something. I need something that's shucking and jiving and grooving. I don't think these are necessarily those kinds of sounds. So we're not going to belabor the point. Let's go elsewhere. Let's see what else. Let's see. What do I want to play with? What I can do, I've got Cthulhu, so technically any sound can be an arpeggiator if I believe hard enough. And then I got the was not the Groove Maker, but there's like tools inside the playlist or piano roll where I can do that stuff too. Let's see, you got UVI Workstation we can pull from. We've got ARP Odyssey, Cardinal Synth, which I forget. Let's open this. What are you? I don't even know. Oh, this thing. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about this thing. I'm not man enough for that yet. That's a side project tool. That's what that is. Holy crap. Modular Synths. I thought I had Surge XT. Is that the one? Yeah, this is the bad boy. So this sucker's free. It's just open source and you can download it, but it's kind of like Serum. It's chunky. It's beefy. You can do a lot with it, as you can clearly see. Let's see if we can find anything cool in here. Let's see here. Brass, basses, brass chords, sequences. My only issue with these sequences is that a lot of them sound, the pre-built stuff sounds kind of cheesy. Cthulhu? Well, you see, Cthulhu is an eldritch god sent here. No, no, it's a tool made by the people who produced Serum, and it's basically just here. Perfect time. I'll just show you. We'll set this on the. Well, I guess I could use this. Yeah, we'll go here, and I will turn on Cthulhu. It's basically another plugin that sits on top of whatever sound you're going to use, and it's basically just it arpeggiates whatever sound you throw into it. It because it builds chords on its own. I'll show you as soon as I find out where the hell I put it. Cthulhu. There you go. There you go. Nope. All right. So you are okay. Good. You're 11. We need you to be 12, and we will adjust as needed. Give me 1 second to orient these things in the correct position. You get your ass to Mars. I said Mars. And Surge XT, you can go back here. Behind the instrument bus. All right, I will color those in a moment because I got to route them first. So this is Cthulhu. These little patterns are just different varying types of ways that it will arpeggiate notes. I am kind of rusty on what all of these do, but these ones here are pretty self-explanatory. You can kind of see very slightly. It's tiny, I know, but it kind of shows you what it's doing with the notes. Like this one starts like with a descending, like a V pattern almost, which you'll hear when I link these up. So I think here, Cthulhu, you have to be, I want to say output port 10. Let's see if I can do this right here. I think this is output port 10, and then your sound has to be, Surge, your sound has to be input port 10, I think. So if we go to Cthulhu now, and we hit a key, it takes our sound, and it automatically arpeggiates it. It'll even build chords on its own. You get to choose the structure and stuff you want, or you can create your own chord and it will still arpeggiate that. But if you notice, Surge XT, that was already a funky arpeggiator. Hang on 1 second. Let me make that something that's not already just a stupid sequence. Let's find a chord. Let's go. Ooh, third party. What is all this? Let's go to pads. I don't know. Whoa, that's... Oh, no, we're not using that. Holy crap. That's loud. That's loud as hell. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's go over here. Something that ain't crazy. Bell pad. I've already liked this. All right, cool. So there's a sound. Right. All right. And here is Cthulhu. If I go back here. So I'm just hitting, you know, it just pitches down the chord that it made. But I can come in here, go back to the main window here, and I can turn chords off. And notice it's just doing whatever note I press. But if I do a chord, very cool plugin. And you can kind of like, I can pick a chord. Like for instance, I could pick this chord here. In fact, that's a great idea. I'm going to try something real quick. Yeah, that was a super cool sound. I will take this chord here We're going to copy paste that. And we're going to drop this over into, actually, hang on, I'll drop it into Cthulhu. Drop it here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Stop it. Stop it. We'll come here. We'll delete this. And we will paste that same chord progression, right? Except now we'll leave it where it is and see what it sounds like. See? That actually sounds cool. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, hang on. I'm going to extend these a little bit. Boy, I love it when that sort of thing happens. You fall ass backwards into something cool. Ooh. Excuse you? Wait a minute. Hey, let's go. Okay. We can work with that. I can throw some echo on that boy, and I think we can make that sound cooler. I might pitch it up though. Let's see what it sounds like if I raise the, I think I want it to play through all the way though. I think I don't want it to stop. Stab it. You can't hear it at all? Hang on 1 second. 1 second, brother. Thank you for pointing that out. Wow. Bobby, come on, man. We're vibing out. You're supposed to be telling me what's going on, man. If you couldn't hear it. Oh, but you can't actually hear the music though. Oh, I know why that is. It's because I have it. Hang on 1 second. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me shut up, phone. I think I might know why. I think this might be because of my thank you, Garrison. I appreciate you for letting me know. Because I just changed a bunch of settings. So that might be why. Why are you quiet? It's set too loud. Oh, hang on. I think I might. Where is the other plugin? Sound ID. That's why. Let me turn on. I thought I had Listen Hub on this one. I don't. I did not. Can you hear it now? Sorry, let me listen on my end. Thank you for letting me know, guys. I appreciate that. It does sound like it's coming through speakers. Freaking weird. Yeah, I got this too. I think I might know why. I think it's Sound ID reference on. That might be why. So I've got this Sound ID reference. It messes with It goes and it takes whatever the natural audio pattern of your headphones and it flattens it like literally perfectly flat. So that's probably why. Could you send me a free preset? A preset for what software? Yeah, you're right. I just disabled it. Does that sound any better? I might also have to disable it like on the global profile too. So we're learning. We're learning so much today. Turn that off. Let's make a different sound. All right. It should be disabled now. I will go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and completely just disable it in the DAW and bypass it in a patcher preset. Ooh, tell me more. Yeah, sorry, I don't mix super loud, so I can actually do this for hours. I can turn it up some, but I try to keep it at a reasonable volume. We're still kind of sorting that stuff out. I'm still new to streaming my production stuff, so thank you guys for the notes. Seriously, I appreciate it. Bap. Super helpful. Thank you. I would have never known because it sounds, it sounds normal on my end. So I was curious how it would affect how things sound on the back end, but I didn't think it'd affect things that much. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Stop it. Let's thicken this chord out some. Actually, let's try a different sound. Now that we got Cthulhu up and running, let's play around with some, let's see what some cool sounds. Let's see, pads. What a name. Hell no. Multi-band time warping preset. Chaos Looper? Yeah, sure thing. If you want to send it to email, here, let me see here. Let me open up chat. I can drop my my email in there and you can send it to me that way. Unless you have just like a link to it there. Let me, well, it might not, my chat might not, it might fight you on that. Let me see here. 1 second. Oh, I'm on the wrong damn computer. That's why it's freaking out. Like, where's my chat? My other chat, the one I can actually type in. It's over here in the YouTube. Let's see here. 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, go ahead and drop me a link there. I'm always down to mess with new plugins. I got 1 billion of them, but yeah, there's always room for one more. In the meantime, we're not going to use this sound because that sound sounds not like what we need here. I want like a bell. I think maybe some sort of like, that's kind of cool. I like that sound. It's kind of big though. I like, maybe if I drop it an octave. Well, let's just bring the volume down some. I like the, it's plucky and it's still kind of like wide and fat. It's a pad, of course. It's kind of, I think that's closer to kind of what I wanted. Wait a minute. Is that coming from multiple sources? Why? It is. So how is it pulling through the instrument bus as well? Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, that's why Cthulhu's still playing this stupid sound. That shouldn't be doing that. Why are you doing this? Cthulhu. Oh, I think I was having this issue on another. on another project. Cthulhu is like, because I've got it bypassed to the instrument bus, it is. Yeah. Let's turn that off. All right, so now you're not doing anything. Let's send you here then. Let's send you, put it back normal. Oh, duh, Julian. Heard her. This has. Oh, no, that's off. Then what's the problem? Cthulhu. There we go. I think that's it. I think I got it. Aha. All right, there we go. That's. Oh, I see what was happening. It was the Cthulhu bass sound, and then it was, I forgot, Cthulhu makes its own sound. Like a bass tone, so that you can still hear what it's doing, even if you don't have anything connected to it. Duh. All right. That makes a lot more sense. Although it actually sounded kind of cool. It actually sounded kind of rad. But we won't use that. We'll build another sound. But I'll keep that in mind. I liked how it sounded, actually. Let me see here. But that makes sense. All right, good. We got that sorted. Second, let me kick back over to my view here. There we go. Loxodic, thank you so much. Let me check my email real quick and see what's what. Dun, 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 dun. Let's check it on this computer. She. One second. While I look through this or set that up, I'm gonna play. What in the hell? No, thank you. Some of these sounds, they're probably rad, but they sound obnoxious. Too long. Actually, we can fix that though. We can go into Cthulhu. Yeah, Cthulhu's fire. There is so much about it that I know I am not really like playing to its complete strengths. I need to go and I need to refresh. Like a while back when I first got it, I spent time learning about the tool and all the stuff it can do, and I've forgotten so much. That's what I get. That's what I get. I should have stayed in practice. Anyway, go over here. One second, y'all. Heck yeah, let's go. All right. Let's put that there. Almost done. And downloads. Put that audio software. Chaos Loop. What a name. Sounds like a command grab in a fighting game. And I'm all about that. Chaos Looper. All right. All right. I will investigate that in just a moment. I would like to dig through a couple more sounds. Cool, cool sounds. A little too big. Let's go with something smaller. I want something plucky. Let's go with plucks. Go figure. A little too plucky. Let's turn that patch or that channel down just a little bit. And let's dig through these. That's kind of like what I was like. That's kind of like what Cthulhu was outputting naturally. Of course, everything's like panned to the center. I haven't done any mixing on this thing yet. I set the bass and the kick to mono, and that is all. So we'll let that be for now. That is a sound that is not awful. I think we can work with that. Let me see here. Where do I load up Patcher? Let's see here. Where is Patcher lit? I never use Patcher. I'm glad we're talking about Patcher though. I know that is one of the things that makes FLStudio just like insanely powerful. I get how to use it in theory. It kind of reminds me of like the little ribbon down at the bottom of Ableton Live's workflow. But outside of that, everything about Patcher intimidates the absolute hell out of me. So I never ever really touch it. But it is intriguing to me. So I'm happy, Loxodic, that you came in here and you brought it up. Oh, sick. All right, let's do that. Let's try that. Let's go to where it is. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I've never used this stuff. Oh, there it is. Damn, there it is. Oh yeah. Wait, where did it put it? On the master channel? No, we don't want it on the master, baby. We don't want it there. No, no, no. Yeah, we don't, not the master. Delete. Are there, and like, what does this generally work best on? Yeah, Patcher's something else. Cool as hell though. Like in theory, I want to, when I'm better at the workflow in general, I definitely want to like dig deeper into that because I've seen people make some really, really wicked cool stuff. Case in point, I just glanced at your app and that's already like way better than like most things I see people throw out there. It's really cool. Let's try it on here, let's try it on chords. We got the chords channel. Let's try it there. Let's see what we can do with it. Audio software. Chaos Looper. Today, Julian learned that you can just take an FST file and drop it right onto a mixer track. I've never done that before in my life. I have learned so much today. Melodies? All right. Well, we put it on our chords first. I'm just curious to see how it sounds. If I don't like it, then I'll put it on we'll put it on the Cthulhu, on the ARP or something. We'll see how it sounds. Let's see here. Let's just see what it does. Let's see what it does to these funky, whiny synth chords. This is already cool. Yo! Shut up, Cthulhu. knobs. Thank you for the tip. I'll check that out in just a second. Right now, I'm just playing around twisting knobs. This is sick. The Chad looper. Okay, that's a bypass. Yeah, I'll turn the drums off real quick. Shut up. Host knob that time warps all split bands with added alterations. Adjusting this knob overwrites chaos solo knob positions. Okay. Okay, those are the different bands. All right. Ah. Oh, and you can mix back in the dry signal. Cool. You can pan specifically the dry bands. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's gonna be some playing around with this for sure. Damn, holy hell, see, that's what I'm scared of. Brother, look at this. Oh my God, I would not, yeah, it's spaghetti. Magical spaghetti. Holy hell. That's wild that you just built that. I can't do that shit. That's incredible. Hats off. That's wild. All right, I'm gonna play some more. That's so freaking cool. Because that just turns that off. Yo, that's sick. Oh, I see. In this. Yo, I can have different parts of the sound panned. I look like I'm tutting right now. I can have different parts of the sound panned to different. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna have to change the rating on the stream and also my pants. This is cool. That's about as reserved as I can be right now. It's like Looperator kinda, but like, I don't know. I think this might actually be kind of cooler. This is rad. All right. I got some ideas for this, for sure. And that's just some basic ass chords. I don't even put it on nothing important. It's like a super arpeggiator. Oh my God. All right, let's play around with some more. Drive. Okay, get that crunch in there. What do these do? Forget this little section here. High drive, mid drive, low drive. Okay, this specific. Reverb length, delay. Okay, it's all reverb. That's all drive. Dog, this is wicked. And the chaos knob just does it. Just why doesn't this miss? Every single time I've tweaked that knob, I've gotten something awesome. What sort of sorcery is this? How dare you? How dare you come into my stream? You come into my house. You do this to me, to my ears. Thank you. This is wicked. Oh. Dude. I'm gonna mix back in the dry signal. Where's the dry? Where's the dry? Just take it all the way out. What does it sound like when it's wet? Of course, of course, of course. This is awesome work. Hats off to you, man. Hats off to anybody who builds this wild shit. You're doing the Lord's work, because I'm not man enough, and I'm man enough to admit that I'm not man enough, but this is killer work. Killer work. So sick. All right. All right. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, I can, if I hear something I really like, I can always just notch back to it. Excellent. The dry signal down at the bottom. I think I'm looking at those. Oh, I see. Aha. Ah, okay. Jesus. Dude, I'm like, just like zoned out. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. Shit, I don't need these. Although they could add a different sort of color. I might do something else with that later, or like pan them out to either side. Let's play. I'm inspired as hell right now. First things first, hats, y'all gotta go down, baby. You're too hot. You're too hot. Rim. Y'all can dial it back a little bit too. What's that part? Ooh, I like that. It's got like a little crunch on the high end. Oh, dude. There's so much. It's like it. I can't form words. I could listen to this for hours, which is very problematic for my ears. Damn. Like it took, here, this is insane. It took these Rudy Poo candy ass basic little chords and it made just a complete man out of them. I believe the kids would say that this plugin just ate. Bro, listen. What up, Chris? It took this which admittedly, it's a little dated, but I like dated. I like 80s. I like the crazy spaced out synthety stuff. But brother, with a couple knob tweaks and some clicks, sorcery. You sell this app right now. You sell it. If you don't, I'm gonna come find you and I'm gonna be like, yo, you should sell this. I drove all the way here from Burbank, California, and you need to do this. Also, can I have some gas money? Yeah, this you might be onto something, family. That is so wacked. Wacked? That's not a word. I can't form words. I forgot how to talk. That's wicked. That's what this is. Holy crap. All right, that's a 4-bar loop, and I've listened to it like 150 times. So I should probably change something about it so that people aren't like, brother, my ears. They are a bleeding. It sounds great, but they are a bleeding. That's whack. That's that's incredible. That's incredible. I'm gonna have so much fun with that. Because there was another song that I was trying to figure out a melodic part, and I might incorporate that later. We'll have to see. But yeah, all right. So first of all, hold up. Got my energy all up. I'm sweating. Right? That sounded so cool. That took like what easily I was like, it's cool. It's got potential. It's like I'd give it like a 4.5 out of 10 as it was. It was a little dry. It was like, you know, the turkey dinner that it sat out on the counter for a little bit. It might still be tasty, but it was, you know, need a little sauce if you're gonna brave it. That was the sauce. Oh my God. That was like just the finest of gravies. The finest of gravies. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. I think I want to take these sounds and try to like pre-mix this stuff. Brother, yes, Surge XT is all right. Yet another one of those apps that like and I'm still trying to like kind of wrap my brain around. Yeah, no. Even just the presets are killer, but the amount of stuff you can do with this app it's intimidating, but hell yeah, it's cool. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. $20 sold. 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 I'm buying that right after I leave here. That's awesome. I will use that all the time. Sick. Thank you so much for letting me play around with that. Done, and done. Yeah. No, I love creative plugins like that where I can kind of I don't know, some people call it cheating. I don't care. Like it's a fun way to get in there and like splash some paint on a canvas and like see what comes out, and then you just kind of dial it in later. That's my favorite way to work. You know, just like that hit of just like dopamine when like something cool falls on you. You're like, oh, that's sick. That wasn't even. I can't even believe that happened. And then you start tweaking and it gets cooler and cooler. Oh my God, I'm nerding out. I'm losing my mind. Maybe a little self-respect too. I don't care. That's awesome. All right. All right. We're not done yet. All right. That's right. I'm going to level some of this stuff. So these sounds aren't just all stepping on each other. They need space. Space to breathe. Let me color these in real quick. We'll put these on the instrument bus. You go here. Accept. And you, sir. Accept. Sampler. I don't think I meant to open you. Get out of here. Yep. It's worth, I think this one and Surge, I want to get just, I want to get insanely good at making sounds. I think it's slowly becoming my favorite part, but there's just so much about it that I don't know yet. I sang throughout like my youth through school up through high school and when I went to church, I sang in the church choir and stuff like that. But um I'm not really like a classically trained musician outside of that stuff. So like I use my ear and stuff more for my voiceover work than I do this stuff. I kind of just build stuff as I can. I tinker and I noodle around until I find something cool. But being able to make interesting synth sounds, just if I can think it and I can do it, that's where I want to get. That's kind of like my goal, my one of my immediate goals. That and then just getting faster and better at arranging and mixing and just being able to put stuff out a little quicker. But there's just so much to do, so much you can do. It's overwhelming, but in like the most fun way possible. But thank goodness there's like a billion gajillion plugins because fun ways to kind of like learn and reverse engineer stuff. All right, let's see here. Yeah, let's go one by one and make sure these are kind of like dialed in. Let's go to kick. Where's my kick setting? -9. Actually, where's my Fruity DB? Fruity DB. Where you at? Ah, there it is. There you are. I'll come here. That's crazy. That feels loud. It feels louder than -6 dB, but maybe it's just the way the kick is. All right, I'm cool with that. That's fine. Kick is good. Let's go to rim. All right, that's within parameters. We're good with that. Rim 2. It's a little hotter. Wait, is that the... Did I actually put the same one on? Those are supposed to be two different rims. OS LFM stick perk and... I did. Womp, womp, womp. I thought that sounded like... Well, the way I had them staggered was still cool, but it was supposed to be two different sounds. Where's my splice? Splice, you lied to me. I don't even know where the other sound was anymore. Holy crap. It was in the other sound pack. Let's go back here. It was in here, I think. Drums, percussion. Oh, yeah. It's because my hang on. Uno minuto, por favor. Where is Sonics? You out of here. There it is. Oh no, that's it. OS LFM stick perk. Where's the other stick perk? There should be two. Okay, that's that one. Side stick. Am I tripping? I'm definitely tripping, but I don't know what I was thinking before. I swear there was more than one. I swear. Anyway, whatever. It's not a big deal. I'll just grab another. I thought there was like a softer one that I thought I'd put there first. Clearly not. Nope. Drums. Let's see. I've got a bunch of them stacked up in my sounds here. Snares. Where are my rim shots? Open, down, tempo, down, rims. Rims. There we go. 20-inch rims. I kind of like that one. I'm not even sure if you can hear that right now. Have I tried doing a barrel roll? No, but my friend Fox did. That's a good kid. I do know how to press A to shoot. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. You're becoming more like your father every day, Fox. All right. That was my awful Peppy from Star Fox. Yeah, I'll swap out one of these for that one. Wow. And we'll put you. We'll make you Rim 2. Rim 2. Bam. Let's go back to that. Hello? Hello? There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna turn Rim 2 down, I think, a little bit because I just want the bottom of it. And I'll do some EQ surgery later, but for now, I'm just trying to do what I can. Be better about doing what I can with just levels instead of going in and chopping stuff out before I even really have a chance to get things placed right. Wait a minute. This one's... Yeah. That's better. All right, it'll sing a little bit more once I get everything else kind of in line here. Hat, where you at? Those are fine. I just don't want anything like hotter than the kick. That's fine. That's fine. Drum bus, you're looking good. Okay. Bass. I kind of want the release on that to hang around a little bit longer here. Can I do that? Guess it'd be the release or the sustain. No, the sustain is how long you hold it. I think I want the release. Let's go. That's a little better. Yeah, I still want quite an abrupt stop at the end. That's better. All right. It's clashing. It's clashing hard. That's painful. Let's continue on. Chords. Oh, this sound is so cool. It's gonna take a lot of taming, but that sound is so cool. And the levels won't that far. Okay, perfect. Those are all good. So here's what we're gonna do now. I'm going to grab all of these. First of all, first things first, set the mix to mono. And I will take all of these, drop them to 0. Deselect, turn my buses, or reset my buses so everybody can get to where they have to get on time. We're not trying to make nobody late. And then let's see here. Let's raise the kick first. That's gonna be a hot kick. No. It's fine. We'll let it live. Because it's not even hitting -6. Normally I aim for -6 for kicks. I like my drums to knock a little bit. I try. We aim for maximum knockage. Bring this rim up. Hat. Slowly bring these things up until everything can be heard perfectly in mono. Slowly raise the levels until everything starts sounding good. It might be a little hot. We'll let it rock. Try not to, I worry too much about what's going on the dB meter here. I'm ignoring that. We're going from completely by ear here. Turn that up. Is anything lost? Can I hear everything? I hear this. I hear my chords. I hear my bass for sure. That's fine. All right, let's hear how it sounds when I open it up. A little quiet, but a much more balanced mix, or leveling rather. It's not even mixed yet. Can you guys still hear that okay? God, that kick is cranked though. Let's drop that down. There we go, that's more like it. Still a little high, but I think, but. All right, I'm going to spread. This is a big sound. I kind of want it in the center. I like that it's big, but I think I'm going to pan it to the left a little bit, and I think I'll try to pan Surge XT a little further out to the right. Turn the bass up some. Let's see, original, it's hats. Where do I want this to go? All right, if my rims are going, let's see. Nah, I want them together. My high one, I think. Yeah. We'll keep this one closer since it's more mid-range, more lower. In fact, we might even pan that mono a little bit. We'll send this one a little further out and let it sing ever so slightly. Might tweak that pattern a bit. tweak with the timing to kind of make them a little sluggish. All right. Bring those out a little bit. So my rims are going to the right ever so slightly. I'm going to send my hats to the left. I usually pan my big open hats off to one side or the other. Yeah. Turn it down ever so slightly. Yeah, there we go. That's good. This is fine. This one is kind of low and supporting the snare or the rim shots. I think that's fine where it is. I like it centered. There's a lot going on with the chords though. Yeah, I think these two are occupying too much of the same space. I either need a different sound and a different frequency range for this. I like what it's doing. I like how it's kind of supporting the other side. That's why I had them panned out to either side. But I think I might want that to either A, do something different, or maybe I'll play around with the sounds more. Either way, I know it's just like a little dinky 4-bar loop, but I feel like this is something I might be able to take and expand on a little bit more. If nothing else to help me think about how I want to lay out my my default tracks and my template some. Let's add another reverb. Let's add another reverb here. Oh, do I want another Pro R? Do I want Supermassive? Do some about. Oh no, I don't like Supermassive for this. Not for that. That's more of a direct. I don't like using that on synths. I forgot. Pro R it is. See, this Pro R is for drums specifically. Oh yeah. Drum bus. Just to liven the drums up a little bit more. Here we go. Things feel a little bit more supported now. Hell yeah. Well, it ain't exactly lo-fi. But this does sound pretty cool. I owe like 80% of this to Loxodic, bless you, with that incredible app. Yeah, y'all. For those of you who didn't see, Chaos Looper. In fact, I'm gonna pull up the page now. Chaos Looper. That's the juice. I owe most of today to this. Before Chaos Looper, this sounded, well, worse than, because I've since kind of leveled it. I'm thinking about it, I'm making this a B section. I'm taking Chaos Looper off for like a slower section, and that'll be a perfect B-side. But it added like just the perfect amount of sauce. Hell yeah. It's not really a bass. Time click, okay. There we go. Fatten it up just a smidge. I'm going to EQ this too. Pull out some of the lows, just because it's such a broad sound. We'll leave it at 2. Not you. Where's my other Pro R? Not that Pro R. This Pro R. Where'd it go? Go medium. Medium chamber. What do I want to do here? Warm wide. Go here. Nah, not an echo. I think this needs delay. It sounds big and spacey because I think there's already echo on it. I'm pretty sure I dialed that up within the chaos, within the app itself, or the app itself. So rather than do that, add more reverb on top of reverb. Let's be smart about this. Let's replace this with let's do Baby Come Back. Baby Come Back. All right, yeah, that's right. The mix knobs on this is kind of weird. I think that's it, though. No dry signal, only wet signal coming out of that track. I think that's right. I know a little something. A little something, something. You know, as big as that sound is, I think I actually like that better when it's kind of dialed more mono. Yeah, it's weird. It feels like it's almost taking up, it feels bigger even though it's taking up less actual stereo width. Let's go. Damn. Turn it down just a smidge. Truthfully, I've been making beats off and on probably since back in like the early to mid 2000s. I've been kind of dabbling with FLStudio and Logic Pro and some other stuff for years. It was always just something I kind of did for fun. I wouldn't say I've been making anything kind of like seriously, even just semi-seriously, probably until about like 2018, 2019, sometime in there, when I just kind of started going to it as more of a consistent creative outlet. But even then, really, I kind of have a hard time saying I've been making beats, you know. I fart around. I like sounds. I've always thought it was cool, but yeah, I didn't really start going hard until, relatively speaking, going hard until right before the pandemic. And then most of the stuff that I have kind of posted up on my Instagram and stuff like that, that was from the early days, and I was just like, all right, work's not happening. We're all stuck inside. I'm gonna throw some crap up. But yeah, yeah, we old. I'm definitely old. Not gonna lie, it's one of those things. I feel almost like I'm. So sometimes I gotta get out of my own head because I tell myself, man, you're too old to be doing this. Too old. Screw that. Do what you want. Do what you love. This makes me feel good, whether it's making me any loot or not. It's fun, and like I like fighting games and video games and all that stuff too. But you know, without going down a whole nother digression, just this has been very. I do this when I'm feeling kind of low, when I need a boost. But also, I'm finding that it's even when I am okay, it does a really good job of kind of helping me find something to be kind of like focused and excited about. Hell yeah. Feels like there's so much in the world right now that's trying to just suck every bit of joy out of everything. We can't have that. So I make beats. All right, this is really cool. All right, we're coming up on the 3-hour mark, so I'm probably going to call it there. Y'all, thank you for sticking around and hanging out and listening. And Loxodic, thank you so much for dropping that gem of a VST into my chat. You made my day. Thank you so much. I will be going and I will be picking that up immediately because I will definitely be using that and more stuff to come. Good shit. Yeah. Thank you all and thank you for letting me know about the audio stuff. I'll be keeping an eye on that so I can make sure that everything's dialed in come next stream. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the tips. Thank you for the plugins. Thank you guys for the eyes and ears and the chats. I appreciate it. 12-hour marathon, brother. Not yet. Maybe at some point. But yeah, I will definitely be doing this longer as time and money and stuff allows. But you know, I gotta cook dinner. So, and your boy's getting hungry, so we're gonna handle that. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple of days. This week's gonna be kind of a weird one, but Friday's looking like a good bet in terms of next stream day. But we'll see. Unfortunately, like I said, I got to kind of play it by ear based upon when work happens. So voiceover is weird. I wish it were a little more standardized sometimes in terms of work week, but it's nice being able to kind of have a little bit more freedom. But yeah, thank you, Bobby. Rock on, y'all. All right, I'm gonna quit flapping my gums, and I'm gonna let y'all have the rest of your evening. Thank you guys again. I'll see you next time. Deuces.